Hello, this is Frank with Franken Fruits. Today we're going to plant tomatoes. I have selected 15 different varieties of heirlooms. We're going to plant them on 15-gallon pots, and we're going to follow the process that has worked for me for the past years. So let's do it. These are my 14 different pots that I have prepared. They're all 15 gallons, and I do place them on a couple of blocks of concrete, or in this case it's just natural stone, and to create some circulation on the bottom side of the pot, as you can see. This is what 5 yards of soil look like. The mix is 2 yards of nursery grade potting soil, 2 yards of mulch, and 1 yard of half-half. As you can see, this has a lot of organic components on. So what happens is the worms, the earthworms, will eat all the organics, and they will turn it into worm castings, which is a natural fertilizer, and that is the only thing that I would use. I don't add any chemical fertilizers to my plants. So now the next step is to transport the soil that I need to fill the pots. So let's do that. The pots are full, and we are ready to plant the new tomato seedlings. All right, so you may be wondering, what is this cord for, right? So this is to build the trellis. The trellis is made by these concrete bases, a two 2x4s, and then a 2x4 all the way up, and across what I use is electrical conduit. My mistake is that I made it only like 6'2", 6'3". If you have space, make it at least 7 or 7.5 feet tall. Indeterminate tomatoes tend to grow very high. But you know, in this case, I just make them turn around on top, and yeah. So this is it. The pots, the trellis, the cord ready to be tied to the pots, and have something for the tomatoes to grow onto and properly, like an indeterminate tomato. So let's do the planting. I have 22 seedlings ready to be planted, and I have pots for 14 of them. So I'm going to try to plant only one of each variety. So this year's we're gonna grow Momo Taro Gold, Momo 93, which is red, SS 100, Choice Orange, Cherokee Purple, Orange Star, Sun Sugar, which I believe is a cherry tomato. Then we have Squisito, which is an Italian variety, Indian Stripe, Berkeley tie-dye, Cherokee purple, choice orange, Azoy, Cuore, which is another Italian. And then I have the hybrids on this side. Big Beef, Beef Master, SS100, more Big Beef, SS100, and Cherokee Orange. These repeat varieties, we'll plant them anyways in another 15 gallons to share with the family so they can grow their own tomatoes. They all look beautiful. They're about between 7 and 8, 9 inches tall. They have been acclimated under the sun already for a couple of weeks, so they're ready to be potted and be exposed to the sun with a big pot with very good soil, which is loose because of all the organic matter in it, so the pot can have good drainage as well as good nutrients. It's very important to have a consistent watering to your tomatoes. Once you find out how much is good enough, not too much, not too little, then you need to be consistent every day or every 2 days, just so your tomatoes will grow evenly, will grow well, avoid diseases from too much water, or avoid them drying or not growing from lack of water. So this is it. Let's start planting. Ready to plant. First one, we're going to do the orange star. Now if you notice, the stem has these very small hairs in it, and if we put those hairs under the moist soil, new roots will grow. So the more roots you can grow onto your tomato plant, the better it's going to do. So I'm gonna cut this branch over here, and then I'm ready to plant it. Ready to be planted. So I'm going to plant it deep with the soil up to here, so it will have more chances of developing a better root system. Very healthy plant. Just like that. Immediately you put some water. The water is warm. It's been sitting under the sun, so okay, now it's cooled off. You don't want to put hot water onto your plant. Tomatoes are very sensitive to bacteria. Soils sometimes contain bacteria that are not good for the tomatoes. So the least you can avoid splashing the water from the soil onto the leaves, the better off you're going to be. That's why I'm watering all the way around and not directly onto the plant. And as the plant keeps growing, I'm going to remove the bottom leaves so there is no contact with the soil. There. I have watered the plant, and I will come back in another 15 or 20 minutes and add more water, and then more water again. I want to keep the whole pot moist and cool, so the plant will not feel the transplant that we just did from the small cup into the big pot. All the planting is done. Next is labeling all the tomatoes by variety. The plantation of tomatoes is ready. All 14 varieties are different. I have like 3 or 4 hybrids, and the rest of them are heirlooms. So let's check them out. Oregon Star, Cherokee Purple, Momotaro Red 93, Super Sweet 100, Chef's Choice Orange, Momotaro Gold, Cuore, Esquisito Tomato, Beef Master, Sun Sugar, Pink Berkeley Tie Dye, Indian Stripe, Big Beef Tomato, Asoika Tomato. All the irrigation is ready. We have 30 psi in the line. We're gonna water every other day for 5 minutes. That should put about 1.5 gallons each time. These are micro speeders that I'm using. And it's a very simple way to spray water onto the pot. I have them directed a little bit in an angle so it will spray the water to the ground and not to the plant. So yeah, very happy with the results. This is Frank with Franken Fruits. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.